Erin Sunisa. This is my first vlog of In Between. So I'm pretty excited. This album has been in the process for about 2 years, since my last EP, Winter Snow. And it's been going on and off. School was a big thing, and then getting in shows, performing in theater, stalled the project even further. And I think I realized I just wasn't really ready to come up with an album a year ago. I had a lot more exploring to do, and I didn't know what I wanted. My direction was everywhere in terms of theme and in terms of what kind of genre I was going for. I was exploring different types of music, and it took me, this whole entire time to figure out who I was. So it really started speeding up past couple months. The past couple months personally has been very difficult for me. I just graduated from college and things didn't go right. I graduated in December, and which is a terrible time to graduate because there's not a ton of job openings around. I wanted to move to Chicago and it didn't happen. A lot of my dreams that I thought were going to happen didn't. Even though I had all my ducks in a row and I did everything correctly and by the book, nothing came of it. And I was pretty depressed for a while. I went into this really dark slump. It was really scary. I wasn't employed for a couple months. And then all of a sudden, really good blessings started to come. I got, really good jobs, kind of in my area. I was able to write more music. I just got more inspired. And it just clicked. And I knew what I wanted from this album. I knew the message that I wanted to give out. I knew what I wanted to put into it. And I just became more of me. So the theme of this album, the title is called In Between. And there's actually a song in there called In Between. I should start from the beginning. I've always been inspired by music, especially low-key acoustic indie music. I am really majorly inspired by Sarah Bareilles. Ever since her album Little Voice came out, I've been hooked on her. Ever since, I love her lyrics, I love her music elements. I just love how you feel every single emotion that she's singing in her songs. And I wanted to be like that. I wanted to be able to get my message across and be able to inspire someone without the flashiness, without the flashy music videos or the flashy dubstep elements or whatever. Just something as simple as me singing and a piano or me singing and a guitar. Be able to be as powerful and effective as what Sarah Bareilles has done in her music. And I've also been inspired by Ingrid Michaelson and going off other things. Ingrid Michaelson and Regina Spektor have been my main inspirations for this album. And in preparation for this album, kind of, figure out what I wanted to hear. And I try listening to music that I've been inspired by and who've changed my life. And this past year, since I used to book music acts for my college, I listened to a lot of musicians that you've never heard about. So I listened to, besides Sarah Bareilles and Ingrid Michaelson, I've listened to really off-the-wall stuff. So my good friends from Set It Off, I've listened to them, which is completely different from what I play. Even though I love rock music or punk rock, maybe I will be in a band someday like that, but I don't see that in the horizons. It's not me. But I listened to what they've done and how they progress in state champs and issues, again, totally off from what I normally do. And I've also listened to people that I booked, so or people, my coworkers that booked for campus. So I've listened to a lot of Brett Young, Kristen Arid, trying to think of other people. And I would like to call them my mentors, Kayla Pauley and Preston Pugmire. When I first started booking musicians for my campus, every musician I met at every conference, NACA conference, I tried to talk to them about how to get in the music business. And I got great advice, and the best advice I got mainly was from Preston Pugmire, who offered his help and his advice to help me with the album, and Jetty Ray, and Joanna Burns, and Caleb Hawley, and then of course people that are in my friends who are in bands that I've also booked, or just random people. Daniel Suko from the band Windsor Drive. I've gotten all this great advice from people, and I've listened to their music and listened to off-the-wall music that I normally never listen to, just to see the different musical and lyrical elements I could put in my music, and that really helped. That really helped me inspire to see what I can do. Because in the music industry, you definitely do see people who are put into a box, that you're either pop, or you're either country, or you're either this, but you're never two things at once. You're never three things at once. It's always packaged produce to the public, and sometimes the musical elements are terrible, but their lyrics are great, and vice versa. And I wanted a really high quality album, so I worked a lot on my songwriting. I worked a lot on my poetry, since I needed to work on that more, and it finally came into fruition. So in between is a theme, and my whole life, especially in college, I felt like I had to choose either this major or this major, which was theater and music. I had to choose to be with one side or the other, or I wasn't one of them. I had to choose what I wanted to do, and it had to be one or the other. I couldn't be a hybrid. And also my daily life. I either have to do music fully, or I can't do music fully, or I have to be in theater fully, or I can't do theater fully. And just who I am too. I am biracial, so I'm 3/4 Thai, and I'm a quarter African. And I'm very proud of both heritages, but I feel closer to my Thai heritage. Very much closer spiritually and just everything else. And I'm either told that I have to be Thai, or I have to be African American, or I have to act a certain way, or because I'm a certain race, or I'm abandoning people, or I'm hurting people. And it just made me realize this past year while making this album that why does there have to be a choice? Why do you have to choose who you want to be? Why can't you just be who you want to be and be happy with that, and have people around you be happy about that? So in between is just kind of a theme about how some people are stuck in between two choices that society gives them, and the message is that you don't have to pick. You can be whoever you want to be, and it's okay to be a hybrid. It's okay to be two things, you know? And I'm not talking about being two things like being two-faced or being, you know, like that. I'm just saying that it's okay to be who you want to be, and screw the choices that society gives you, or your parents give you, or whatever. If you have a passion or a drive to do what you want to do, even if you have choices that are the complete opposite of the scale, just do it, and you'll be a lot happier in the end. So there's a lot of great songs on the album. What you can expect is, well, hybrids of stuff. There's acoustic, but it's not as acoustic as Winter Snow, and it's not at the quality of Winter Snow, obviously. Winter Snow, even though I'm proud of my last EP, the quality was very bad. I will say that, just because it was kind of a contest to see who can, and my friends, who can write the most amount of music in the short span of time with as little equipment as you can. And actually this album in between is studio produced, so it's really high quality. The songs are, I like to think, inspirational. There will be 12 songs on there. A lot of them are new, and today, later on, I'm just going to record another one because I have the inspiration in me right now. So I'm really excited to do this, and I'm booking shows as we speak, getting new things going as we speak, and I'm really excited. So I hope you guys will follow me on my vlogs. The next vlog, I'll show you a preview of some of my songs and how we go about with music video producing and stuff like that. But right now, I just wanted to tell you about the theme and get you to know me a little bit more. I'm just excited. I'm really, really excited for all this to happen. So I hope you enjoy. I hope this gets you excited for the album, because I know I am. It's been 2 years, and I think 2 years is long enough. I've worked really hard on this album and made sure that each song's quality, and hours and hours spent, and you like it. I'm really happy that you like it. But where you can get this album is primarily going to be on Bandcamp.com. I have reasons for that, and I'll share it in my next vlog. But my album will be available on Bandcamp.com, and then when I release my tour shows, you can catch my album there. You can buy it, and I can sign it, or whatever. I can give you a free album, or whatever. And for now, that's where it's going to be. But I think pretty soon, if everything goes alright, the album will be also available on iTunes, and then available to stream on SoundCloud and Spotify. But for now, just keep your eyes open on Bandcamp.com, and keep available on my YouTube page, Erin Sunisa, and then for my covers, Erin Sunisa Official on SoundCloud.com. So thank you guys again for supporting and for watching, and we'll see you next week.